Presently, I'm reading Amritlal Nagar's book, Ghadar ke Phool, translation, that is Gathering the Ashes by Mrinal Pandey. Ghadar was the uprising, 1857 uprising of the sepoys against the Britishers. They rose up in mutiny. So this is about all the rank and file that were involved in it. And what is Ghadar ki Phool? Now Amritlal Nagar, after 100 years, that is in 1957, that is 100 years after the uprising, the mutiny of 1857, which is supposed to be the first war of independence, thought of going around collecting information from the people who were there, who experienced it as nobodies, and yet their life changed. So it makes a very interesting read, and Mrinal Pandey has done a great job of translation. You enjoy the book without even realizing that it's not that she has written. And what is Phool? Phool means when a person dies, when they are burnt, the ashes, from the ashes you pick up the bones, the remains, that's known as Phool. So you can see on the cover, you can see these little bones, burnt up bones, etc. So this is how it is, Ghadar ke Phool. So he's gone, Amritlal Nagar has gone over to all the places where the Sepoy mutiny took place, and he sort of is picking up those burnt up bones, whatever little stories he's coming across, the ballads or whatever, the pain or the whatever he could get from the people who are still living or who knew it from the word of mouth of their grandmothers and grandfathers, etc. So that's why it is Ghadar ke Phool, and that is what she has. It's a literal translation as gathering the ashes. So after the body burns, you gather the ashes and you take it along. So an unusual perspective on the Sepoy mutiny of 1857 you'll find here. This is what I'm reading from the cover, the back cover, the first war of independence. Most discussions have centered on the roles played in it by the people like Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar, Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, Begum Hazrat Mahal, and other members of mostly of urban nobility. So what remained missing to Amrit Nagar was, or waiting to be explored, was a comprehensive ground zero account of how people in the countryside experienced this unorganized rebellion and reacted to it. So in 1957, 100 years after the mutiny, eminent Hindi writer Amritlal Nagar set out to correct this. He travelled to villages and towns that witnessed the uprising and painstakingly gathered reminiscences and popular ballads about the revolt. It talks about its celebrated unsung heroes, the survivors, the martyrs, and also in the book you will get engrossing episodes about where and how various battles were fought and from whom. From, say, he went and met the aging courtesans, bedridden octogenarians, nameless singers who poured their heart out to him. So the slim volume Nagar finally put together was Ghadar ke Phool, is a testimony to the fact that nothing can stop the spread of a revolution when time has come. And this was translated from Hindi as Gathering the Ashes by Mrinal Pandey is a stirring look back at an extraordinary time in Indian history. It's peppered with tales of outstanding acts of heroism and a shameful cowardice of cunning alliances and heartwarming collaborations, um, and of course, and that is beyond the religious divides. That means the Hindus and the Muslims got together and they were one, and they were one against one enemy and to just overthrow the British yoke. Importantly, it remains a topical book for a country that speaks anew of revolutions through dharnas, protest marches, and candlelight vigils, it says. So you do witness all of this, and it's time that one reviews that one must take a middle path. Otherwise, when revolutions come in, they just come in. Nobody can stop it. They are unstoppable. And it is an excellent translation by Mrinal Pandey. It is enormously valuable, a gold mine for the history buff. 1857 is a many-faceted jewel, simultaneously a pilgrim's travelogue, war diary, and it's a great account of the mainstream history. Writes Hindustan Times a comment there, and there's another comment that I'm going to read from the book itself is Pandey's translation by Mint. Mint has given this comment. Pandey's translation in a language that is contemporary without being archaic brings the reader thrillingly close to the moment. Its narrative owes much to her ability to recreate a clear, fluid idiom. And the greatest thing is Mrinal Pandey is a great Hindi author and a writer, and she has been able, she's adept at the translation, and she has not let the translation lose the real meaning or the real nuance that Amritlal Nagar wanted to convey. So of course it's a great book and I highly recommend it. And of course the dedication is to all those who have fought successfully or otherwise for their right and India's freedom, it's written. And the ISBN number is, its ISBN is 978-93-5136-289-0. And of course it is published by HarperCollins publisher. And in acknowledgement she writes that I must begin by expressing my thanks to late Sharad Nagar, his son, Amritlal Nagar ji's son, who warmly welcomed my offer to translate Ghadar ke Phool, which is among his father's lesser known books, into English. So, and she ends the acknowledgement with, and last but not the least, thanks are also due to Arvind, my husband and constant companion, who as always held my hand, laughed off my tantrums and moments of jitteriness, and kept gently pushing me into finalizing what I had begun. That's Mrinal Pandey.